Eh? This Kinecon is being streamed on YouTube. They can connect YouTube to. So I'm a boom me by. Let me mute. Hello everyone. This is Relax in the building. I know they hear you. You're muted. Yeah. When did YouTube start on this one? You are muted though.
I didn't even know I was muted. They've
Yeah.
always had this, not always had this per se, but I noticed it about when I started using the paid plan of their Google Workspace.
Oh, paid plan.
It actually makes sense. I wanted Google storage, so I had to expand the whole plan thing. And it's not expensive. It's just about
300 naira.
You said?
300 naira.
No. It's like 4K or so.
Okay.
And
Cost.
you can add people to it. That's what I like about it again.
Okay. I thought there was one option for storage, and there's another one for.
Yeah, there is. There is one. The first one I did was a terabyte. I mean, it maybe 15 gig or so, and I now needed extra 2 terabytes for one thing I wanted to do like that. Ni mo ṣáà wò pé kí n fẹ́ kàn ṣe kí ló ti ń pè?
Google Workspace.
Yes, and it was actually worth it.
Wow. So this thing has features like this. Just started the live stream.
Yeah, it
so
has
tira mic, tira kini.
Now this one where they use my neck. I don't know if they see my video. You they see my video now?
I see your screen, but I know they see your video. I see your screen, your camera.
Now the camera they active now. I never on my video. So
okay. I'm serious for the YouTube here. Ramike. Mr. Monday.
Actually, I just reinstalled my Godot and Blender software.
Oh.
Yeah. I just installed Godot and Blender this morning. So
What Monday?
Yeah, what's up now Monday?
That just a crash.
No do anything. No. Now this Google Meet filter. I don't know say all of you now go sit talk. Now Google Meet filter. I go even show you. Now Google Meet filter. No go think say anything there. Now Google Meet filter. Now then put am for one place here. See I'm smooth. See if my up and maybe see my face now. See the original one. That's the original one. So now the filter. How you doing now?
I just say, boss. I don't make you have a feeling. No, next year I go make her.
You say?
I don't make you have a feeling. Next year I go make her.
You too the one, my bro. Wait, though, imagine my screen is just coming up out there. Okay. Yeah. It's not supposed to show everything on my. Okay, this is the second window. That should be nice. I don't know if anybody has used Godot here before or Blender also. Oh, I've not installed it. Imagine. I just downloaded for you guys to properly know that I'm starting this entire thing from scratch, right? I just even downloaded the softwares I'll be using. So I've not installed them. I'm just about to install them now. So
we'll be glad to see how you debug things without ChatGPT.
Well, I used to just mess around the game engine and Blender. But I just used to like up in and out of it. Sometimes I won't install, sometimes I'll install it back.
Oh.
Yeah, I've just been going back and forth, yeah. Let me install Godot. It needs to be unzipped. I think my phone's if it's too small, I think you guys should just let me know.
No problem, sir.
It's appearing like it's too small or something like that. So yeah. Okay, Godot. These people had a weird a weird, let me call it scandal with their game engine. They were kind of using the game engine to promote this their LGBTQ stuff. And so people vex. They created the fork of the project and they renamed it. And most people are not interested in using their game engine again.
People don't get that. Oh.
I am telling you, people are not really patient with anybody at all. I'm telling you. Let me see. So there's this website I used to download 3D assets from. But let me open yeah. Let me open Blender first. This is going to be a rough ride. You guys should know. What should I even call the name, Seth? Somebody is calling me. Sorry.
It's the Latin dictionary. Have you exhausted your Latin dictionary? Then the word be rough, a good, no, not no good chance. A good word for rough and rough, good Latin word for rough and joining and fun. Aspa. Judas. I got a name. Judas. You're still muted in case you know. In case you're talking. You're muted, sir. You don't know. Hopefully the game will run. You are muted, though. You are muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think I didn't want to defer the call. I don't know when the person will call back again. So my laptop has been acting weirdly slow these days, but hopefully it doesn't mess me up today.
He needs a younger brother.
You said?
He needs a younger brother.
Yeah, it needs actually. It needs you guys should sponsor my career. I should go and I want to have a custom setup, like a custom desktop build, like all these gaming PC builds. That's what I want to do now. So you guys should sponsor my obsession.
Amen.
Yeah. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to download the 3D assets. There's this site called Maximo. Yeah, that's where I usually download like the 3D assets from, at least for the player characters, and it helps me do things like all these animations and all these player animations. They have it pre-programmed there, kind of. So I just have to import it. It saves a lot of stress. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's always another, let me say, another trouble for me to combine multiple animations inside one character. But I always kind of figure it out somehow. Sha. I think Larry joined from Twitter, right? Probably. Hi Larry, what's up?
I'm good. No, I joined from BUK GDSC group.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've known you since your time when you're in BUK now.
Whoa. Maybe if I
Yeah.
actually saw your face, I would know.
Oh, really? Okay. Hold on. Let me show my face. Just so.
Okay. Why is Why is a strange number calling me? What's up with people these days? You guys wouldn't believe what happened now, but my Oga,
Yeah, bro, that's me.
how's it going now?
Thank God, bro.
Hmm. You guys wouldn't believe what
I
just
don't
happened. These
what was
so-called
that?
NEPA people in my neighborhood just took the light, and I'm actually like on 2 monitors earlier. So now I'm on one monitor, but I've not unplugged the other one. So this one is just loading.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't know where to drag
Yeah,
it.
so I can't see the monitor, but you guys can see it. I've not unplugged it yet.
Oh, we can see it.
So you can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can check the live screen.
It's funny how I'm operating it from here still.
Oh,
Yeah, I would probably switch my account soon. I'll probably switch to the single monitor setup anyways. So
that'll be okay.
yeah. I should probably switch to companion mode with my phone. I think there's something like that. Okay.
Yeah. There's something like that.
Yeah. This is like my favorite model actually. What's the name, Seth? I don't remember the name of the model, but they call the robots one weird name like that. I think it's actually robots they call it. That's what they actually call it, robots. Okay. Yeah, time to unplug from the monitor. Okay. Yeah, I just unplugged, so it's going to be a weird ride. I think I'll probably have to share my screen again or something. Share entire screen. Yeah. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we
Hello?
can. Yes, we
So
can.
you could imagine you guys couldn't hear me before, right?
Yeah. I was about to say so.
I could tell. So I'm very, very curious. Sorry, this thing is showing like broken images or something, and I doubt it could be my network. I don't know. 5G is not 5G in these days. Yeah, they have a lot of characters that someone can use in this place. Yeah, this one is showing. I think I prefer these robots, to be honest. It's simple. The other ones they're having like a kind of weird prop I'm not really liking. Like this one, most of them are not really something I enjoy per se. They're not really something I enjoy. And besides, I need to be battling with the texture import and all, like the skins on their body and all that. I have to, and I'm not that great at this game development. You guys will realize that soon, anyways. I'm not that good at it. Yeah, I just like messing around with a lot of things. So, but where is now this my favorite body now? Yeah, I like this one too. This is like the other version of that robot I said I like. This Y bot, or what do they call it? I like this one too. MTN network is the best, isn't it? Oh, okay. I think is it share something else they do and present something else.
Okay, I think I'm back.
Okay, Tohib was what is text up here? Apparently I can't do that anyways. Okay. Close this text up. Okay. I was looking for the idle animation before. But then how many browsers am I supposed to be using? Because I just want to download just a single file or something. God, MTN is annoying. That idiot joined again. I'm sure he's the one that joined again. With that weird name there. He's the one that joined again. I'm very, very sure.
What happened?
One, oh God. I don't know. It probably has like multiple accounts from a lot of places. I would actually have time to keep reporting his accounts. I would have time to keep reporting the accounts.
But bro,
Sorry,
did you
guys.
share on X? Like, did you share the
Yeah,
link
I
to the
think I think that was why. I think that was why. But
Oh,
usually I do share things like this on Twitter, but I've never had this weird issue before. I think Monday is raising his hand also.
that might be the reason why, because that's the only place you can have access to join with this.
Yeah, yeah. God, you guys should come and Bamilowo MTN, because I don't tire. Okay. I don't even know if it's my browser or MTN. I don't even understand. But it's going here. I'll just download this default model. Should not kill me, I beg. So I think I want to download what do they call it again? I think it's this FBX with skin. Yeah, this FBX with skin I want to download. Unfortunately, I would have to do this.
Человек яйца, 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 человек
Who the
яйца,
fuck is that?
человек яйца, человек яйца.
Sorry, Jerry, I've removed the guy. I removed him. I'm just allowing people that want to um I will have to manually allow people to join the call anyways. I don't mind that though. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think this should be downloaded now. Yes. So I would import this to Blender. Let me delete everything I have on this Blender. So nope. A X. It's been long I actually used this Blender stuff. So yes, so it should be this. Should be this. I think that guy is one of the most despicable people I've met. Guys, if someone is trying to join, is there a way for you guys to know and probably notify me also?
There's
Okay,
no way.
okay, there is Umar Yusuf. That sounds like a name we are familiar with. Okay, okay. So let me show you guys what I'm trying to do here. So the first thing I want to do, I want to merge multiple animations together. Like if let me play this one for you guys. Oh, yes. Oh, Friday candle. That sounds like a name I actually know. So if I play this animation, like you guys would notice that I do behavior that is there as well. Like you would notice the I do okay, yeah, you notice this I do and like that is there. So like that's just the easy way to just do the I do animation thing like that. So but I just recalled I need to install one add-on. Like you guys don't need to bother too much about this anyways. In most cases you probably just have the 3D assets from someone and you're just good to go. But usually if you are building by yourself, you would have to build it yourself. Or you would have to uh, download the assets and do all this kind of mashup yourself. So I'm trying to do a working and running animation in this case. So um, the first one here, trying to see, there should be tools. Um, is it tools? Because I feel like I might need to restart um my editor though. I mean, is it supposed to show the Rigify add-on here? Yeah, I think I'll need to restart it. So let me see if it's enabled. So FBX Max. Yeah, Rigify is enabled. Yeah, Rigify is enabled. So let me launch this again. I'll save this file so I can um recover it as let me just save it bots.blend so I can recover it when I reopen the uh editor. So okay. You know what? Let me just okay, let's do one at a time. Since since our beloved Chrome. Firefox is not behaving as expected today. We are going to close it. Okay. So, okay. So open recent. So I'm going to open bots.blend. Okay. This is weird. Usually it shows the Rigify add-on like on this side here though. Let me see. You know what? Let me just bring in my other stuff, like the other model I want to match with this, and just move ahead from there. So the one I want to do next, I think that would be walking. Yeah. Let me search for the walking animation. Walking. So once I do walking, I can do, okay, I need straight walking. It has walking left turn. Like, so when maybe, we can add this one if there's kind of time at all. Like, you guys can see, like, it's walking to the left, but I just need something that works straight. So, yeah, you just need a straight walking like this. Okay, I think its pace is normal, so I'll just download it like that. So download. But in this case, I want to download without skin because I already have the skin I want to use. So it's more like the skeleton, like the movement of the skeleton I want to download now. So I will download this. You guys should not get the perception or believe that I know what I'm doing as I am like that. Believe you me, I do not know what I'm doing. I'll tell you. I do not know. I'm thinking of what I want to Google next. I know I'm about to Google something or so, but you know, it's part of the old deal anyway. So yeah. You guys shouldn't mind me if I open a YouTube tutorial as well. It's been very long I did this. It's been very long. But I know the first thing I want to import in this case is I'm starting to remember now, I think. I think I'm starting to remember the old deal now. It's supposed to show this workspace, pin objects, filter system. Rigify is supposed to be. Come on, man. Someone is here. That idiot is an idiot. We even need to start meeting. That guy tried to join again, if you guys know. Rigify. Sorry, I have to actually check this. I have to check this. So I'm trying to remember how you merge Blender animations from Mixamo. Yeah, merging animations from Mixamo. Okay. I don't know. I don't remember the exact video I watched to be able to do it right. So I had to align the character representation. Yeah, this is another problem with me. I don't go through things properly, but I know this is not what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is not what I'm looking for. You know what? Let me just be like a normal human being and check a video. Yeah, this is probably what I'm looking for with the NLA editor. Okay. I'll just download the remaining models as well. So this is working. Then I need one for running as well. This running looks like the guy is flying. I don't understand. It looks like he's flying or something. I don't. It actually looks cool though. Actually, this running looks cool. Let me. Yeah, the running looks cool. Let me not be an hater. The running looks cool. Kind of. Let me check the other one I would have gone for. No, this one looks more like jogging anyways. Yeah, I think I should go for this one. But I think we should slow down the speed to 40 or something like that. Yeah, I'm thinking 40 is better. So I'll download this as well without skin, because I need just the skeleton. They call it a rig, like a rig. So a rig is basically let me just show you guys. It's good thing we have it open here. So let me hide this. I don't remember the shortcuts to hide objects again, but let me just use this side from here. Yeah, so this is basically the skeleton. This is what does the movement. So this is what we are trying to download. If you say download without skin, this is what you'll be downloading. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to download now. So that's basically how this 3D people program. Hey, I just remembered. See, now that I've opened the what did they call it? Well, this one has a rig already. It's starting to come to me gradually, though. It's starting to come to me gradually, like the whole rigging thing. Let me see. But let me just be a normal human being for once and just watch the video.
Hey guys, this is Godot and today
Nope.
So now let's import our characters along with the animation. So first,
This is the most unconventional thing you guys would have to do today, but pardon me. I would speed it up for you guys.
sheet under
Let
this
me see.
So select the animation and here
Still renaming the animation here.
click on here we got this says ID. So under that we got this ID animation. So here if I notice you can see we got this armature. So if I play this you can see we got the walking animation, right? So let's rename this as walk and here also got the walking animation.
There is a way you apply
the animation file. So file put FPX.
You people should stop calling me. Okay. Sorry guys, I have to just watch this through. Okay.
So now we got this ID animation, right? So let's so click on this push button or else
yeah, that's true.
On that. Now under this ID armature we got this ID animation. So now let's add another animation here.
Okay.
So here for this ID armature, this is some armature, right? ID says ID. So under that we got this ID animation. So for this armature only, let's so for the next import the animation file. So file import FPX. So now let's select this walk.
I hope you guys are enjoying this tutorial.
So here you can see we got this armature. So if I play this, you can see we got the walk. Right? So let's rename this as
okay. So he's not applying it yet. Yeah.
now and select this. Now we got that walk animation onto the armature. After that, on this push down button or else on
Nice.
here we got but the ID animation. So let's fix
Oh no, it wasn't supposed to work straight up like this. I'm certain. Let me try it. It wasn't supposed to work this easy. But you know, let me just so non-linear editor. Yeah, NLA. So I'm sure it wasn't supposed to work just like this. What is it? No. I'm just, sometimes your teacher has to learn as well. And PS, I'm not really teaching per se as it is. I'm just showing you guys what game development can look like. To be honest, if I teach you game development, you probably misroad. That's the truth. I'm not really good at it. I just do whatever I feel like is right. You know, like when you feel like something is correct, but it's not exactly correct. So set geometry to origin. Oh boy. Nope. This is probably where I would mess things up. Let me see. Yeah, I would name this thing to hide so it doesn't confuse me. So I would name this to walking. And I just need to move this. Okay, so I want to move this. God, working with a mouse, or rather a new mouse, can be a stress. Nope. G, exactly. But G on the y-axis alone. There has to be a better way to do this, but let me play the animation and be sure this is what I was expecting. So, oh, this is not the one I want to play. Okay, yeah, but I need it to, where is it? Where is it? This one here. Yeah, it needs to be in one place. I think the place I need to do that is actually from, okay guys, where is my, okay, this is where I downloaded it from. Yes, in place. This was what I was supposed to select. Supposed to select in place. So the guy runs in just one spot instead of, forgot to select this. So I have to download the file again. So I'll download the one for running now. Let me delete the old running file I have. I don't enjoy having running 1, running 2. I'm not a fan. File is in use. Okay, so has been deleted. Okay. Yeah, nobody likes running 1, running 2 or something. It's not fun. So I'm going to download without skin. Okay. Then I'm going to do running. Sorry. I think it's walking I want to download now. Yeah. So walking straight like a sane human being. Yeah. But in place, it's what I want to do. Yes, yes. This is more easy to animate. That Indian guy, I feel like if I kept watching that video, it would probably confuse me. But I have this very strong feeling I would still have to watch it. Yeah. Oh, I think Toyib keeps joining and, probably busy and all, as bosses do. So I'm going to Control Z the imports. Okay, I hope I don't mess things up. Yeah, I think I've Control Z'd the imports. So that's a very nice English, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds like an English from a professor in English.
Of course, of course, of course. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
Wow. I've
Okay.
never had. All right. Let's.
Yeah, I've Control Z'd it. So
That's.
yeah.
I just pray that you won't let these English students meet you. If they hear this from you, you are
I
gone.
beg. They don't go beat me. That's the way they want to. They don't go beat me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see your screen now. Seems you've
Oh no,
stopped
my
recording,
screen is still active though.
but I
My
can't.
screen is still active. You can't see it. Oh, I think I don't know. Can anybody else see my screen or not see my screen?
I can see it actually.
Okay, okay, yeah. So I'm trying to get this to repeat. Let me see. Oh, let me push this down anyways. I'll push this down and okay. Yes, it should be. Where should it be? Where is this thing usually? You know what, guys? Let me be a good person. I mean, if I was doing this myself, I would have tried to figure it out without YouTube. But let me be a good person.
Hi guys, it's Godot here again with another awesome data.
Oh, Nama Naija, bro. I think I used this guy's video as well. Okay.
And then this, let's just get this right. Put that in a second.
No, this one, it was doing video animation. I remember this video. It was doing video animation. It was doing like whatever this ad is, I do not know.
I'm going to show you.
And it's so annoying. What I'm looking for is just something. I just remembered a better way to go. I have a ready-made file on GitHub. Like I have a Blender model on GitHub I can use. What am I doing? Damn. What am I doing? Let me just download the one from my GitHub account. Ah, how did you do like this? Yeah, I built one. Let me show you guys the project. It was one game I built in this same Godot as well one time like that. It was this I called it Cube Traveler. It was a weird game. It was a weird game. But it was fun kind of. It was fun kind of. This was the whole like gameplay and all sure. It was kind of fun. Yeah. Oh, we are not using this one, so let me download the file from here. Assets. I don't even know what I was thinking earlier. But I hope this one has the working thing. I hope it has because there are times I just remove the ones I don't use. But I hope it does. Yes. Let's keep our sanity now and bring this in Godot. Okay. Desktop too. This is better. Okay. Yeah. Maximo base.glb. I'll bring this here. Okay, so I'll create a new folder. I'll call this models or something like this. Then I'll drag it into the folder because I kind of like to organize things properly. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with my laptop being slow. So okay, so the model is now inside this nice editor. So let me see if the animations would work. Make local. Yeah, make local. Yeah, I think it has all these nice animations I put there before. Oh, nice. This one has idle. It has idle animation. Yeah, if you guys can notice the idle, it's very subtle. And it has running as well. Let me play this. Yeah, so I'm going to put the running on repeat. Okay, you know what? Let me let me close this out first. Don't save. So the first thing I want to do, right, is okay. Yes. So I would create a node. The way these Godot folks work, they work with something called a node, right? So I'm not explaining to you guys. I don't understand how the engine works, to be honest, but I know how to get things done. Yeah. So character 3D. So this character 3D is just like you creating a physical body, like a normal human being's body, 3D objects. I mean, the name says character 3D, character body 3D. So, you know, yes, let's create a character body 3D. Then it needs something called what? Yes, it needs a collision object. So the collision object is the one that tells you it lets you know when the model or the object you are creating it has collided with another object. I think that actually speaks for itself too. I like the way Godot makes things easy. You don't need to be a very, very deep expert when it comes to game before you build one. So with what they said here, said this node has no shape, so it cannot collide or interact with any other objects, obviously. So what we want to do is we would add a node here, would add another node, but we can't, well, I can't properly add the shape of the object I'll be importing. So I'll just use a cylinder, like the YouTube video that I watched it from as well. So they usually use a cylinder. If that is what I think that's, oh, God of mercy. That guy does not give up. I mean, his consistency is admirable. Yeah. Collision shape 3D. Let me see. Yes, this is the one I want to add. Collision shape 3D. So yeah, I would set this shape to cylinder. Yes. So if you guys see, let me put this on the side view or something. Oops. But then if you guys check this, you would see it's like, you see a cylindrical shape there. So let me move this to, I want to move this to, you know what, let me just be a normal person and change this to, I think I want this to be on 0 or, let me see, 2. Nope. I'll try 1. Yeah, so 1 meter on the y-axis, it puts the whole thing at the center. So the next thing I want to do here, inside my collision object, that's where I would add the model I want to import. That's this Mixamo model here. So I would add it in here. So I would put this inside this place like this. Then what I would do here is I will make it local. So all the property of the model is going to be inherited by that. I mean, you guys don't make me explain things. Yeah. I know you guys are really smart people, so you would easily understand what I'm saying, Chebi. You guys don't need me to explain all these things per se now. You guys, I'll be sharp guys now, so everywhere good. Okay, so the model I just imported here now, right? I can either import it as just a dummy model that I don't want, like if I wanted to maybe, if I modeled this airport case now and I just added it there, it does not have any interaction or anything I want to interact with in it. So I can just leave it there. But this one now, since it has the animation player in it, and some people might want to even use the joints, like the joints that make up the model. Some people might want to use it, like the beta joints. They are like these elbow joints, the limbs, the neck bone, all those things like that. Some people might want to make use of it. So look at this. This is the beta joints. Look at, if you check this now, this side here, you can see this kneecap has a ball joint to it, and this one has another joint. So that's how they make the animation work. Some people might want to do something specific to it. Maybe you want to do an animation that maybe when you jump, the ball sockets in the shoulder will just pop out and come back in. If you wanted to do something like that, I don't know. Yeah, so that's how, yeah. Thank you. So good. Ah, God. Yeah. So let me change the animation to idle back so this guy doesn't look weird. Okay. So I want to rename this character body 3D to something better. So when I'm writing the scripts for the player, we would be able to reference things properly. So I would call this player, obviously. Then I would call this one well, I can just call this collision. If that's how to spell collision, okay. Then the next thing I want to do is yeah, let me save this first. So in Godot, you save things as you save things like this, like a model, you save it as a scene. Well, at least from the tutorials I watched, you save things like this as a scene. So I'm going to create a folder called scenes, or yeah, I think it should be plural. Sorry guys, pardon my OCD. Let me just rename now. Delete folder. I don't know how to rename things in this place. So okay, so I would save it. So the extension they use for scenes in Godot is TSCN or SCN, but I would use the TSCN extension. So yeah, so I can see the scene in this place here like this. So this scene basically is just like a reusable class. So I can go anywhere and instantiate it, right? So I'll still have like my main game scene. That's the window that would actually act as an entry point to my game. So let's actually do that first. So I'll create a new scene. I'll call it main, or as the what do they call it? As the JavaScript or Python boy where I be. I will call this one main, like main. Yeah, so this is going to be the entry point of our application. So it's going to be a 3D node. So press OK. So what I would do here, I think there's a button to set. Yes, so I'll set this as a main scene. So this will be my main scene. You see it's highlighted blue somehow. I don't know if you guys can see this clearly, but I think it is fairly visible. Yeah. So this is my main scene here, right? So let's we can actually preview this, but there will be nothing to see, to be honest. We can preview this. Let me see. Yes, but there will be nothing to see. You see, the window is just empty. So let's. Oh, it's still loading, anyways. But yeah, the window would still be empty. So what we would do here is we need to add a camera. Like that's what we see through, right? We need to add a camera. Then we need to add a floor, because if we played this like this, I think this is probably going to crash also. It's probably going to crash with the way it's even saying application not responding. So before it crashes, let's just remove it. Okay. So in this 3D node, instead of having a 3D node, actually, I think I want to do something else. Yeah, I want to create the floor first, like the floor, the model or the car, the what do they call it? The player would be standing on. So I'm going to add another node called they call this a yes, a CSG box. I don't know what CSG stands for, guys. Please don't ask me. But I know it acts like a kind of floor, like it's a floor, basically. That's what I use it for. So CSG box, here we go. It's creating this. So I would title this as I mean, some people might want to call this their map. Some people might want to call this their floor. I guess anyone else is fine. But I would call this floor. No, let me call it map. That's more fancy. But instead of making this 3D node our like parent object, I want to make this map the parent. So what I would do is make where is it safe? Move up. I don't know. Yeah, it should be reparent to new node. Oh boy. Let me see. You know what? Yes. I will add the node from scratch. There are some things I don't know how to do here. You guys should not like fault me too much. On a normal day, I'm just a backend developer, to be honest. So I'll call this map. So what I would do here is I'm going to stretch this bad boy. on the y-axis. No, this is the, yeah. Okay, let's try to put a size to this. So the size here by default is 1 meter, 1 meter. We don't have a material yet. We'll add a material. So I just want to stretch this thing. But first, let's reduce the heights. That should be y-axis. I think I can reduce this to 0.5. Yes. So 0.5 like should be enough for the thickness of the floor. Or we can even do 0.25. I like to put things that are incremental. I don't like using values like 0.22 or 0.33 if it's not provoked, right? So I like to do incrementals of 5, 10, 15, or 2, 4, 6, 8. It will help you a lot. Even when you're doing front-end design, it's actually the most reasonable thing you can do. So I want to stretch this on the X and Y sides as well. So I would put this to, let's just do 100. That's too much for, let's do 15. That is still too much in a weird way. Let's do 20 and see. Okay, not bad. 20 is not bad. Then let's do 20 on the Z axis as well. 20. Yes, so we have a nice looking weird floor, right? We have a very weird floor, by the way. Okay, so I can save this and I can actually now bring in this my player scene. I can bring my player into the main scene now. So I've created a basic floor. Like this is a basic floor anyways. I've created it here. But I don't think, yeah, I need to turn on this button that says use collision. Yes. So if I didn't turn this off, the player would just keep sinking in as well. So I can turn this use collision check thing off. So yeah. The next thing I would want to do is I would click on my player scene. Then I would now put you know what? Yeah, I would come here, I would click on instantiate child scene. So I want to instantiate a new scene in this place. So I would select this player like this. I would instantiate it here. You see our player is there, but then our player is sinking on the floor. So to quickly fix that, we can do yeah. So I'll just change the position of the player. I don't want to manually move it. Yeah, it should be in transform. So position, let me change it to 1 and see, it's too high. So let's use 0.5. Okay, in a weird way. Okay. This is provoking. So let's just manually do this and see. Yeah, I would rather put 0.125. This is better for my own sanity. This is better. Okay, so I've instantiated this. So as you can see, the Godot environment, it actually provides you with a sun by default. If you can see here, you'd see this shadow here. Like, of course, you can't have shadow without light. Everybody knows that one. So by default, there's a sun in this place here. If you check this place, I can toggle the sunlight. So this is without sun. This is with sun. So it comes with a kind of default environment like that you can work with for game development. So let's save this. If we still run this, we would not be able to see anything. So for the sake of not crashing the game window again, let's add a camera to the player. So we would be able to see through the player's perspective. Okay, let me just keep it basic for now. We are still going to make a lot of modifications to the camera, but for now, let's just add the camera 3D. Okay, and actually, if you do VR and if you do VR, that's virtual reality or augmented reality stuff as well. There's a support for those kind of things here in Godot as well. Yeah, this is a camera node for few values for AR and VR applied, blah blah. You can use this for VR. You can use Godot to build VR games and AR games as well. But then that is not my expertise, and to be honest, I'm not really interested for now. So I'm going to rename this to just camera. Okay. Then if you notice, the camera is way down. Like it's, if you check, there's a preview button here on the camera. So if I click here, you can see the camera is not where we want to see. So what I want to do is I would drag this up manually, then I would rotate this like to be on a 360, or is it, no, sorry, it should be a 180. Yes, so it's facing where the player is facing now. Then I would want to move this backward a bit like this. Although I would still prefer to add exact values to this thing eventually. I just don't want to be toggling values here and there. So let's preview this. This is looking at the player. You know, some people like first player, what do they call it? Is it first player view or third player view or whatever they call it? But this is looking like third person view also. But like I do not know what they call it for reference of. I play games, but I don't really understand what they call it. I know you can put it into your own face perspective, or you can put it behind the player's perspective. So either one you want to do is fine. But in this case, I want to be able to see the player as well. This is too much though. So we are going to zoom it in a bit by moving the camera closer. I'll move the camera closer and preview this sphere. I'll move it a bit closer. Okay. Then what I want to do, let me move it back a bit. I want to see the feet of the player as well. And I don't want it to just be straight like that per se. I want it to be a bit tilted. So let's move this up, and we would do a little bit rotation here like this. So let me preview this again. Yeah, I think this is what I want. So back to my sanity check. So I would put this to be 1.5, which is not going to work. But I think I would, let me leave this at 1.5. Then I'll leave this at minus 2.25. Let me preview it again if it's, yeah, okay. This is still better for my own sanity. The rotation, I will change it to minus 10. Sometimes people would say I have OCD. I do not mind, or I don't actually disagree, right? So if we come to this place, you would see there's now a camera that is following the player in this place like this. There's now a camera here. Before there was no camera following the player, but there's a camera now. So let's play this and see what happens. Open my camera of my, okay, I think it's not crashing now. So the previous one was acting weird because, okay, the camera is there, but then the light is not there actually. The light is not actually there. So let's just add the light ourselves. I think the light is just being added to this place itself. So let me add this. Okay. Yeah, so add environment to scene. Yes, so I've added this environment to the scene. Let me see. There are a couple of things you can do here, right? You can add, let me see. You can add things like fog, but we'll get into that later if there's still time. But let's just do this. Yeah, and there's sun as well. So we want to add the sun also. So we added the sun and the basic environment to the scene. So let's play this again. Okay. So we should have a sort of bright, yeah, we should have a brighter environment. So the next thing I want to actually do here is the window size. I think we need to do something about that. So to do that, I would come to project settings here. Then I should be able to see things like, where is it? It's been long I did this, so yeah, it should be in display. Yeah, display. So you should go to the center of the screen. It should be windowed. You can do a lot of settings here. If you want your application to not have like this window frame, you can do it as well like that. So you can do I don't know where the setting would be, but I think that would be full screen anyways. Yeah, you can set it to full screen by default, and you can change the, you can do a lot of window setting here, but what I actually want to do here, I just want to increase the size of the window itself. Or should I change it to maximized? Let me change it to maximized, to be honest. Let me change it to maximized and close this and play it again. Okay, yeah, this is actually better, right? So if you notice, there is no animation, there is no way to rotate around or do anything basically, right? So we would fix that in a bit. Since the camera is fairly where we want it to be at the moment, I mean, we might want it a little bit higher, like so we see like from the back of the head here instead of from this side, if you guys know what I mean anyways. So I would close this out. Then I would oh no, it's like a robot, so it doesn't really need clothing per se. And to be honest, I'm not good with textures. I'm not good with textures. So the only thing I can do here is I can actually make this floor appear nice. Like I can add a little bit of texture to it. Let me download this texture from here. There should be a way to download multiple zip files from here now. You know what? Let me clone this. Let me clone this. Okay. Okay. So I would clone this here. Tube Traveler. Okay. So what I would do here is Cube Traveler here. So I want to check assets, then textures. Actually, I think I'll just copy this entire folder and put it here. Let me call this. Let me create a folder for it here. I'll create a new folder called assets, or rather textures to be specific. Textures. Then I would come here and drag this in here like this. So it's importing the assets. Then if I expand this, I like to name this to actually grids. I'm a freak like that. So yes, so I have these grids here. I have well, I won't be really using this orange, purple, or whatever it is. I'll most likely be using the dark ones. So the remaining ones here, let me see. I would actually not be using. Let me just leave them. They don't do anything to me, to be honest. Okay, so you can see like the preview of some kind of the textures we can use. We'll be trying a couple of them out anyways. So, okay, red, Abby. Red is not going to be nice, I'll tell you. But let's try red. Yeah, look at this. Even from a view perspective, it's not looking fresh. At least the kind of red I have is not looking nice. We can use red somewhere else. Maybe when we are making other cubes or when we are making other props around it, we can add it. Yeah. Could look like a bug. So this one here, no, let's try this one. This one looks more futuristic, this texture here. So what I want to do is I would come to material, then is it this place? Let me try this. Yes, it should be this place. It should be this place. Still the same thing anyways. Okay, let me do grid dark. Okay, it is not the one. It is not this one. New standard material 3D, new shader material 3D. Yes, this is the one I want to use. So we would now do what we would do. Well, I think what we basically do here is we just drag this texture to this place. Yes, that is what we are going to do. You see, I couldn't even figure out the button option to do. Yeah, look at this is what we have now. But we want to, if you check it from the player's perspective on the floor is not still looking that nice per se. So we want to like, well, permit me if this English is correct or this term and the usage is correct. I would say we want to pixelate it in the sense that we have smaller instead of just one big one like this, we have it in small quantities, but it's now plenty on the floor, something like that. So that would be in let me see, no, transform, no. Then it should be in let me see. This is always my problem though. This is always my problem. I am never able to find things properly. And if I extend all of them, finish, I'll see what I'm looking for. Let me see. Nope, not this one. Not this one. Not the visibility range either. Where do I usually see that thing? Where do I usually see that thing? Oh, okay. And the setting would just be somewhere staring at me. I'm trying to multiply the textures, like just, let's leave it for now. I'll remember before we get to somewhere reasonable. But first, let's add a script. So let's preview this and see what happens anyways. Yeah, it looks fairly better than what we had there before. It looks fairly better than what we had there before. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I mean, that thing is driving, is making this thing weird. It's making this thing weird. And the most annoying thing about things like this is always in settings I don't really expect it to be. Let me see. Let me see. Scale, not the light scale. Not here. Not here. Nope. Yes. Okay. Let's go back to the player. Yeah. So the next thing we want to actually do here is we want to do like the player movements. At least, yes, let's do the player movements. So so what I want to do here is I would attach a script to this player. So I would create a new folder called scripts in here. Oops, that was the wrong name. Yeah, so scripts. Yes, so I would call this player.scripts. Then there should be a way to get templates from here. I'm not sure how to now. See. You know what? I know a better way. Yes, yes. This is the place to get the templates. So they can give you a default character 3D, like you see the title the basic movements, like that's the available templates for it. So I would call this scripts slash player.gd. So the programming language they use like to write their scripts in Godot is something called well, they call it GD scripts, like Godot scripts. That's the name for it. It's kind of like Python with some weird behaviors, but if you know, to be honest, if you know any programming language, I think you'll be fine with this. You'll be fine with this. So this is basically what they have there. They have like a keyword that extends the like type of the object. So if you remember, this object is a character body 3D. So this script is extending the property of a character body 3D. So we are able to access all the behaviors or the attributes of the character body 3D. So they define the constant called speed and jump velocity. That's how fast or how high the player can jump. They defined it here, right? And this process physics is what is called in every second. Like when you know in games when they call something when they measure frames per second, that's how many frames or how many things. Let me put it in a proper gaming perspective. How many frames can you display in 1 second? That's basically what it is. So this, for every second that things are being displayed or things are being run, that's for every second the game loop is running, this process will be called. So multiple processes, multiple objects like this, they would have this physics process and they would all be running at the same time inside the game loop. So that's why game engines are mostly difficult to make. And let me plug my laptop. Actually, it's on 31. I don't want to be surprised. You guys are not really nice, so you didn't even tell me that I should plug my laptop. And there's lights. Don't be so light, Bill.
And luckily for you, you get light now. We no get light for you. And now,
Yeah,
so
sorry about that. So
no problem. Yeah.
if we check the setup they have here, it's fairly understandable. And I think this one is code. I can explain this one. So what they did is they implemented gravity in this place. Like sometimes you wonder why is it that when players jump up, they also land at the same time as if they were landing in real life. So you can change the gravity in this place actually. You can set the gravity um value. If you don't want it to be 9.8 like the normal earth gravity, you can change it in this your project setting or something. Let me search for gravity. Yes, so the default gravity here is 9.8. So you can change the gravity to maybe the gravity on the or Mars or Moon. If you're building a space game or something, you can do it here. So they implemented gravity by default here. So they said if the player is not on the floor, then apply gravity. This might not make sense to most people because it's usually when player, if anything is on the floor, and even if it's not on the floor in the real world, gravity is acting on them, right? But in this gaming world, but the major purpose of gravity is to bring the objects back to the floor. So if the object is not on the floor, that is the only time we want to apply gravity in this case here. Yeah, but the next thing here, they have a button here to handle like when the user is jumping, right? So if you press, I think it's enter or spacebar. If you press enter or spacebar here, the player will jump. So it will basically change the y velocity, right? That's the velocity on the y-axis is to change it to this jump velocity. That's 4.5. So the height the player is going to jump will be 4.5. It's just like the player is moving, but the player is moving on the y-axis. If you wanted to do something like a flying animation as well, you can increase this one. You can just do plus like velocity y plus equals to jump like that. It will keep increasing it by 4.5, but you wouldn't want to put 4.5 there now. You might even want to put a value at 0.1 there, so the flying would be incremental. So it wouldn't look like your Superman is going like boom, boom, boom. Like it will look weird. So if you want to make it progressive, you can set something like 0.1 and do plus equals to here. The reason why they does it equal to in this place instead of plus equal to is because they want it to jump to that certain level and just come back now, nothing else. So that was what they did here. So the next thing they did here is just a basic directional movement. That's forward, backward, left, and right. That was basically what they did here. So this place, they are getting the buttons. You see, this is how easy Godot makes things. You can get the left, right, up and down movement in just this place, right? I don't know if Olax can see this, but does this look familiar? Like to Godot's, I said Godot's, Golang folks, people writing
Yeah,
Golang.
that funk
Yeah,
thing is from Golang
yeah,
too.
yeah. The funk thing is from Golang, and this, you see, they merged a lot of languages in this programming language, which is kind of cool. Look at this. This syntax is looking like Godot again, and this var variable is,
It's
let's face
from
it, is
Golang too.
JavaScript. No, the var variable. Okay, Golang has var.
Golang Asva, yes.
Yeah. Golang has var and they have const. This not is from JavaScript and no, I
It's
don't think
from
it's from
Python.
JavaScript. It's from Python. Yeah, it's from Python. Yeah. They have that too. So this if else Python, obviously, and the
Python.
indentation thing Python.
Python.
They have that one. So they merged up a lot of languages here. It's kind of cool. It makes someone like me have my
Makes sense.
sanity. Like, yeah. So if you check this place now, right, there is a after getting the inputs of which button the user is pressing, or some users can press forward and backward and right at the same time. So they need to get which direction the user is heading into. So this is how they do it here with a lot of just a very simple way to do it actually, but it works. So you get the direction by using the player's orientation, right? And that's where the player is, right? This is going to be a 3D what do you call it? A vector as well. This base is going to be a vector. Then they will now multiply it by another vector, which is the input direction. That's the x inputs. The y inputs in this place. This place is supposed to be y, but it's actually going to be 0. We are not moving in the y-axis because typically y in 3D is something like this. But we want to move in x and y-axis, but in the game we are moving in the z-axis. So the physical eye looks like we are moving in the x-y axis, but in the game actually we are moving x and z-axis. But to use our y-axis in the physical keyboard to represent z in this place, this is how they do it here. Then they just normalize the value so you don't have jumpy movements and all. That's basically what this function does here. Then the next thing they did is if the player is actually typing, or if the player is entering a direction, if they are clicking the direction keys, then set the user's velocity to be this, to be direction times x, and direction x multiplied by the speed. So if we increase the speed here to be 10, you see the player would walk faster. Same thing in this place now. If the player is not typing any direction, just stay where you are. Like, don't move towards anywhere. This 0 here is not going to make them. It's going to make them just stay in one place, and the speed is just going to be the same thing. This is more like a kind of slow down. You will not notice this, but this acts like a kind of slow down mechanism, something like that. But then, enough story. Let's run the script and see what happens.
Sorry, the save and slide function is from where?
Oh, it's from Godot as well. Like move and slide. That's just a function that comes with this character body 3D normally. Like it's if we are using this character body 3D, this is like a very common script. This is more like saying start over or something, I guess. I never questioned the YouTube guy that taught me. If you notice what is happening here again, you will notice I'm actually pressing up key now and the model is going back. I'm pressing down and it's going forward. I pressed right, it's going to the left. I pressed left, it's going to the right. Sometimes it can be like that. So the simple thing I would want to do in this case is to invert whatever they have in this place, which is kind of cool. Or let me try something. Let me try, I don't want to destroy the physics they have here. There are two ways I can do it. I can either, but I don't think if I flip my model around from where the player is facing, I don't think it will have any effect. Let me do this. This is a weird experiment, but I will try it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Let me see. What's the error this one is saying? Cannot pass error, cannot find property Z. Oh, sorry. Should be X, not Z. Okay. Let's try this. I mean, this is worse. Yes, obviously this is worse. This is worse. So I'm pressing down and it's going to the left. That one is even more important. The simplest thing to do here, to be honest, is to negate the values. This can happen sometimes, but what I would do in this case, I would just, why is my mouse glitching? So I would negate this value here, like this, so I have negative, like this. And I believe this should work. Sometimes it can happen like that. Yeah, it's working properly now. So if I click forward, it goes forward, backward, it does all that. But let me try the jump. Yeah, the jump works as well. So the space bar is what you use to jump. You see, there's no animation or anything for now, right? That's what we are going to be working on next. So if let me show you guys one very funny thing. If I go down here and I jump at this edge, the player is going to just keep going to the floor. Yep. So that happened. Okay. So the next thing we want to actually do here is the animation. There are a lot of ways to do animation in this case here, but I think I want to use the more visual way to do the animation, which might be a little bit like magic, but trust me guys, it's going to make a lot of sense. It's going to make a lot of sense. Let me show you guys really quick. So we are going to go to the scene instead of, so in this place here now, you see there's a way to switch to 2D plane, 3D plane, and the script. So in this case, I'm going to switch to the 3D plane, right? So what I want to do now is the character animation. That is what I want to do here. Okay, so I would come to this animation player, right? So the next thing I want to do inside the animation player, inside the animation player, I want to add, or inside the model rather, I want to add another node called animation tree. Yes, animation tree. I'll explain what that is in a sec. So the animation tree is just like a state, well, they call it a state machine. That is what it is. Let me show you guys what it does. Okay. Then the animation player. So in this case, you will see it said no root animation node for the graph is set. So we need to assign an animation player to the animation tree. So we are going to use this one here and assign it. So what does it? Is a no root animation node. Why is this still saying this? Tree roots. That's odd. No, it's not supposed to be inside it anyways. This is sometimes why I hate downloading new versions of some softwares. But let's just do this. New animation roots node. Okay, yeah, a state machine. Sorry, I just remembered. Sorry, it's not a new behavior in Godot. It's a state machine. So this animation tree now, it's help us set the behavior of the animation. Like for instance now, let's play this. If I click on start, nothing happens. Okay, I need to connect an animation first. Let me just show you guys the animations we have right for. So we have the idle animation. So if I play this idle animation, I want the idle animation to be on a loop. You know, if a player is standing, the idle like keeps doing something like this. So I want it to keep going on a loop. So I would set this to loop like this. So if I play this, it would let me zoom this a bit for you guys so you can see the arm. So once this gets to the end, it would start again. That's how the loop works. Then let's do for the walking as well. For the walking, we want to set the walking to be looped as well. So the walking would go infinitely like this. Okay. Then the next one we want to set is the running animation. If there is time and I have the energy, I would show you guys how to do kick and jump or something like that. So I can save this on a loop then. Okay, this works. Then next thing I would go back to the animation tree here. Okay, then what I want to do here is I want to add a new animation in the beginning. So I would do the idle animation first. Okay, so this is the idle animation. So when you start the game from the beginning, right, you want to have the idle animation. So this is the tree that connects the nodes. Let me connect this to this. Yes. So I would connect this to, oops, nope. Yeah. So I would connect this to, like, when the animation tree starts, you fall into the idle mode by default. Then from the idle mode, you can go to walking, or you can go to running. So let's connect those two things together. So we go to the connect node button here. Then you can go from idle to walking, or you can go from idle to running. Either of the two is fine. So if I change this here, if I play running, you see the player is running. If I go back to idle, okay, you see what is happening now? There's a way to go from idle to running, but there's no way to go from running to idle. So it has to be a directional flow, right? So I would come to this place. I would drag the node here like this to go. You can go from running to idle back. So you see, let me, how do I stop playing this? Yeah, let me just play this. Oh boy. It's more like I'm making it go back and forth at the same time. So that's what is happening, right? So, yes. There's a thing they do in this place. Let me see. There's a switch. Condition. Exactly. So the condition for this idle to running, right, is what I want to set now. So when you move from idle to running, you become you enter a running state, rather. That's what you enter. So if I click on this idle, let me pause this. Okay, there is no way to go from walking to idle, so I have to also do this as well. Okay. So let me just do this once and for all. Walking to idle like this. So where's the animation tree? Okay, so we have to do a lot of setting in here. I really don't know how to pause this thing. I would have paused it from acting all glitchy like this. So what we are going to actually do, right? We're going to come here. We're going to go to where is it? Where is it? Oh, sorry. In this place here, we'll go to advanced. Then we would set the condition from here to be walking. Then this condition here, we'll set it to be this condition we are setting is the one that would make it stop this glitchy behavior, something like that. So this is already in running. Then this one here would set this to idle. Okay, then this one here. So from running to walking, that's also walking. Yeah, you can see it's coming back to its senses gradually. So from walking to running, that is running. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that is it. So if you come here and play idle, the player becomes idle. If you come here and play walking, the player walks. If you come and play running, the player runs. If you go back to walking, they can walk. You can see this button here. By default, you fall into the idle state. Then from the idle state, you can go into the walking state. Then you can go back to idle, right? Or you can go to running immediately. And from running, you can go back to walking. And from walking, can go back to idle or anywhere. You see the nodes are like just connected to each other. So you can basically move around from anywhere. Okay. So I would save this since we've done this whole thing. So the next thing we now need to go and do is we need to do the adjustment in our scripts. So we need to do I hope I still remember. Good thing I downloaded the source code to the old one I did. But I'm not sure that one is using animation player. Let me peep. Yes, there should be a way to slow down walking, I believe. You just slow down your player speed. That's just what you would do. You just slow down your player speed. Okay, yeah. I don't think I was using animation player here. No, I was not using animation player in this place. What do they call it? I was not using animation tree here. I never sabi work like that back then. Maybe I sabi work now, say sharp, but it's all good. I deleted one before, so I'm going to see what I did in this place. I don't want to have to open this multiple times. Oh, please. Put back 10. This MacBook thing is just like a dummy. Why can't I view an item from the trash? I trust Linux. Even if you like, put it in one weird folder somewhere. If it's still on the PC, you will view it. Look at this now. This is the animation tree. I'll copy it from here and I will explain. Chebi Daniel, I will make another explain. Yeah, they have that. Linux, they don't tell you what to do. If you like, mess up everything. They don't tell you jack. So what I would do here is I don't have the click animation set up, so I will just cancel click. Well, we don't have running set up yet, but let me take out running for now. Yeah, we don't have running set up yet. So basically what we have is idle and walk. But this animation tree is where it's supposed to be. Let me see. So actually, just so we don't go nesting inside things, because the way Godot works is, if you remember how HTML works, like with the nodes, the way they work is the same thing they work, same way they work in this place as well. So if you check this animation tree, it is inside this model, then the model is inside collision, then the collision is inside player. So I would have to do something like this. Then I'll have to do collision slash, or is this like, yeah, collision slash model slash animation player slash animation tree. So instead of, just so I don't go through that stress, I'm going to move this to the root. Yes, I'm going to move this to the root. So once I have this, I should be set. But let me explain what is happening here. If you remember the conditions we set before, right? This is where we are going to be using it. But let me confirm the condition I added, because it's looking like in some places I set the condition to be walking instead of, okay, I set the condition to be walking instead of walk. So let me see, walking, yes. So walking. So what is going to happen is we are going to set the idle condition if the vector 2 of the character, that's if the character is not moving again and the character is on the floor, we want to set the character to be idle. Like we want to play the idle animation. But if the character is not, if the input direction of the character is not equals to vector 0, vector 2.0 means there's no movement on X and Y axis. That's vector 2.0. There's no movement on X and Y axis. And if we say the input is not equals to no movement, that means the player is walking. At least in this system we have, because we only have walking and running, walking and idle here. So if the player is not, if the movement of the player is on vector 2.0, that means the player is idle, is running rather. And if the player is on the floor, that is the only time we'll play the animation. You don't want to play the animation when the player is in the air. Maybe when the player jumps, you now press forward. The player will now be walking in the air, like it doesn't look good. So let's play this now. So if I move forward, you can see. If I move to the left, it happens as well. So this is where your strafing or your turning to the left animation comes in. You can do things like that. But in this case, if I move backward, it works. If I move forward, it works as well. There's a way to do backward animation. You can do backward animation like forward animation. Same thing as left and the right. So in this case now, I can walk to the side and forward. It will still play the same walking animation. If I do this, it will still play it as well, right? I don't think we'll have time to modify that behavior here for now, at least. So yeah, look at this. We did the walking animation. So if we try jumping, actually, you can jump and walk at the same time, which was what we were avoiding, but now you can do it apparently. The jumping is too slow. The gravity is too. Is it the height or gravity itself is acting weird? I think the gravity is normal, but normal human being can't jump that high like this. Oh, is the gravity probably?
Yeah, I think it's the gravity too.
But it's weird. The gravity is set to 9.8 by default. If you jump this high in real life, you'll fall fast. See these so-called people they call NEPA. They are the nicest people you'll ever encounter. Yeah, back to single screen. But I would have to share my screen again. I'm coming on. Yeah, there's no animation for jumping, but I think I have one animation for jumping. We can try that as well. I would do that in a bit. I'm trying to sort out this window arrangement so that where is it? Okay, Godot, then yes. So this is the window arrangement. Let me share my screen again. Okay. Yes, I can share entire screen here. Okay. But boy, my resolution is small. I can't let me just leave it like this for now, to be honest. This resolution is too small for me. Let's leave it at this for now. So yeah, I think I have running animation configured in this thing. So let me try it. I'm jumping rather. No, I didn't configure it in the animation tree. So I think we just have to leave it out for now. So let me see what else we can do. So if you check this place here, the way it goes from running like is like a sudden snap. Look at this now. We want to make the animation kind of ease, like not like when you are running and walking, it just suddenly happens. We want to like ease into it also. So let's change that setting here. The animation tree. For my sanity, let me change this resolution. I usually go with this resolution when I'm recording videos, but no, I'm not actually going to flex with it today. It's actually disturbing. This is fair. But you guys can still see now. Now you guys may hear me. But you guys can still see like what I have.
Yes.
Okay. Then I think the place I would set that thing is the animation player. Let me see. Okay, playback options. Let me see. Yeah, the blend time is what I want to change. So let's try 4 seconds and see. It's still snapping kind of. Yeah, it's snapping still. Did the 4 seconds not work in at all or something? Let me see. Yeah, okay, in and out. Auto capture duration. But I think 4 seconds should be fine. Let me try it again. Maybe it was the in and out. Nah, it's still doing the snapping thing.
Phones, yeah.
Let me. It's weird though, but let me try. Let me try lower value because the blend time is usually high. The funny thing is, I'm not sure I'm noticing any difference. But let me try higher value, like 20. Nope. So this is looking like it's not working. But then what is this auto capture? Yeah, I think this auto capture is a setting I've not seen before. So it's probably the one affecting the shenanigan. Let me try this. Yeah, I think it works, but it needs more adjustments. Like it needs more time instead of man. And if it doesn't work, we just have to face the glitchy animation. Like I don't remember how to do it. That is very weird. That was like the most simple thing to do in Godot. Speed scale. Yeah, this shouldn't matter. It should be the playback options. Anyways, I guess I'll just leave that as that. I hate weird behaviors like that. I'll run this again and see if something changed. Oh, it actually worked. It worked. But do I have to increase this? This thing is messing with me. The thing worked actually. I don't know, for some reason I can tell, but I don't want to keep increasing the value. I'll just leave it as it is. I'll leave it as this. Then I think the next thing I would want to do is this like the mouse direction. Like we should be able to like do some kind of movement around the mouse or something. But then let's add something to the main scene so it just doesn't look dull and all. Like this main scene here. We can now add the cubes Daniel wanted to add. This was the setting I was looking for. I knew I would find it somehow. This was what I was looking for. Exactly, triplanar. Triplanar, come on now. So let me set this to, when did Godot become this heavy? So I'll set this to 100. Does it work? No. No, this is not the setting I'm looking for then. This is not the one I'm looking for. Okay, let me set this to 10. Nope, this is not the one I'm looking for as well. Is it UV1? Oh, this is weird. I don't know which setting worked, but one of those settings I did worked. Interesting. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's thing I was trying to multiply earlier, like it kind of worked. They've changed the setting. I think that's the only explanation. They've changed the setting. I'll change this to 100 anyways, because I want to expand the floor more. Yeah, I want to expand it a little bit more. So, what's the current size? Okay, let me set this to 100, then 100 as well. Save. Yeah, okay, nice, nice. There was this way I exported a map. God, I wish I still had that model out there. Let me check. Okay, yes, I think I still have it. I imported a map into the game. I actually did a map of Lagos. Like there's one extension you use in Blender to automatically generate map for you. So before you guys start thinking I'm on Blender guru, I'm not though. Hi God. Oh, I don't know why I don't back up important things like this. No, it's not here again. And I actually generated that map. It was very nice. It was very nice. Let me see if I can get a random map to download. Oh, should we download the map or just use a basic, uh, just add random props in the screen or something? I don't know. I feel like we should download the map. Where is Safari? Okay. I don't know. Safari is kind of growing on me in a way. I don't know how. It's kind of growing on me.
You're not doing front end now.
Oh, I was actually using it for front end earlier, like just yesterday or so.
Mm,
Mm-hmm,
that's
mm-hmm.
surprising.
Okay, let me check these people's place. They used to have a lot of cool maps on Sketchfab too. So they have a lot of cool models in this place too. Like they have guns, they have buildings, they have, and I liked that one I really did. It was very nice. It was very nice. Maybe I should do another stream. The map was very nice. If I know if I use this map, I wouldn't be able to download the texture. I'll just use it like that. Let me just download the map. Oh, so I can create a map automatically here. Let's see. If they don't tell me to pay or sign up, we are good. Yeah, let me look for. Oh, yeah, it's even showing me Lagos. So it's kind of nice. So let me select an area. There should be a way to select polygons now. Even myself, I can do polygon selection on map. So these people are whining me. Let me reduce the range so it does not kind of crash my small-headed PC. Okay, let's see what happens. I feel like I have a very strong feeling they will ask me to pay. Let me see. If this is the rubbish they generated, God will not let me pay for it. Can you imagine? Nah, this is crap. They basically just generated mountains. Look at this. Look at this. I ain't doing that shit, niggas. Let me see what they will generate. I don't just want to go through the stress of that
Aisha is
map.
not Sahara, you went to map.
You said
Aisha is not Sahara, you went to map.
it was Lagos
Say
now.
that's Sahara.
Abby, let me. I don't just want to look at the buildings they now added. Like I can do better. I can do better. Let me close the map safe. Let me just not waste my time on these people's place. Okay, I think I have an account with these folks, so I prefer to log in this place than be paying for that stuff. Yeah, I mean, who pays for anything like that in this 21st century? Come on, we don't do that, fam.
Àwọn olówó Ìbàdàn.
They play my bro. I hope this one still don't tell me to pay. Oh. Man, I don't have patience to pay for.
This is what you're talking about.
Yeah, but the textures, don't talk about anything yet. Though. I might not be able to import the textures yet, so but I'll try. Why is this happening? Safari, I feel like Safari is kind of blocking some things on this website. I have a very strong feeling. Safari, don't be a goat. You've been doing well today. Yeah, I feel like it's blocking a few things on the site. Did I disable JavaScript? I don't know, did I? I don't think I disabled JavaScript. Yeah, I'm not doing this today. I would use, okay, it has brought it up. I was going to say I'm not having that kind of rather today. So let me, which extension should I use? Converted format. I think I'll use this GLB extension. But this one does not have texture. I'll download the one that is easy for me to import. Let me download the two actually. Let me download the two because of Daniel. Daniel was liking that building. I'll be those buildings, Danny. Let me download the two. But this one is actually nice. If I could actually. Okay, Monday has left, Abby. Yeah, this one is actually nice if I can get it to work. Yeah, let me try this. Hopefully it doesn't cause Kasala on my PC.
Here we go.
Let me close this Blender first because I have a very strong feeling it might do something funny to my PC. So okay, so I want to drag this in here to the models section. So I downloaded two. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, I need this one would be with textures, but I can't apply textures. I don't know how to apply textures. Let me try this first. I will know how to apply textures one day.
Amen.
I can actually apply it, but it's a lot of work. I just remembered. The way I applied the texture to this one too is the same way they do it, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. This one is still importing. Still importing it. Okay. If I actually rendered this map I wanted to do in Blender on my laptop, it's usually take about 10-15 minutes for it to render the map. Okay, I think it's almost done. Oh, it's like it's adding the textures by itself. That would be nice if it does. It would be very nice. I would be like very happy if it does. If it renders it by itself, I would be sick. I would be very, very happy. No, the thing I just imported. No. Where is it? Let's be guided though. The model I downloaded, no. Opening file manager. Let me move it here. If I was applying those textures one by one, see all these things that are here now, I would have to be, it's going to be a lot of work. I think this one wants to apply the textures by itself. I hope it does, though. I hope it does. It's still on, like it's unzipping those things I exported with the textures. If you check it here, yeah, I hope it does. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Where is the actual model itself? Probably at the top. Yeah, this is it. I'm actually scared to drop this thing here, but let's do it. Yeah, I've not even dropped it there. Imagine. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. It didn't actually feel heavy. To be honest, it didn't feel heavy. But where's my player? My player is like a giant in here. Let me move the floor. Yeah, okay, the floor is where it should be. The floor is where it should be. I would move the player to, let me say, buildings. Okay. So the player, I need to scale this player. Let me put the players. I want to make the player smaller though. Let's see how this goes. Oh, nope. I think 2.5 is where we want it to be. Yes, 2.5. So with the scale, cannot be as big as that car. So
I was going to say now that
yes. Let me see if I can reduce it from here instead. Because let me see. Okay. So let me do 0.5. Yes, this might be better. Okay, this is still big in it. I don't think I need to scale it here, to be honest. The place I'll scale it is where I'm using it. Or do you think the scaling I did in the player, did it reflect here? I don't think it did, though. Let me try it again. Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. So there's no point in scaling it there. So I'll just scale it here to be 0.5. Yes. But it's still too tall. It's too tall now, like this.
it's still too tall.
Yeah,
The shoulder
it's
should
still
not
too
be
tall.
taller than the car.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's too short. I'll put 0.35. Let me put 0.45 and see. 0.45, not bad. Not bad. Let me play this and see. I like the way the texture was automatically applied. I'm not sure if Godot does that on a normal day. They probably just started doing it. It's actually very nice. Oops. Yeah, I didn't apply that box. I feel like I'll be able to pass through this car. Yep. I can pass through the car. What is happening? See that box. See that box we added for the floor.
Oh.
So I feel like the floor is not balanced, or
Yeah,
the
one part is
model.
up, one part is down. Then the part
Yes.
we added for the floor is the one that is okay.
Mhm. See what is happening. What's it just let me go?
Uh,
Man, I think I know what to do though. I know what to do.
that,
I would,
like maybe you set your boundaries properly.
yeah, but let me make this local first and see. Make yeah, let me make scene root. Let me make this the scene root. Instead, just thing cannot become root. Okay, let me just make it local. Yes, I'll make it local. Okay, this is the whole city itself. I'm trying to look for the floor. If the city has a floor. Okay, the city does not have a floor, so I would create a floor for it. But I'll make the floor transparent instead of with a texture. Do you get?
Yes.
Yeah. So instead of the texture, sometimes it might even look like the player is flying, because I don't understand why the floor is not.
Balanced.
Yes, I'm actually curious as to why it's not balanced. Let me make the floor big so I can see where I'm editing. Where is transform size? Okay, this is the size. Let me make this 500. Let me just make it 200. Yes, 200. Like this might be better. Sort of. So the seat itself is not at the center of the. Okay, I see. It is not at the center. So let me transform this to be. Well, let me just move this myself. Okay. And I can even scale the city myself. Like I can scale it to be yes, I can scale it to be, let me say, scale of 1.2. So I can scale it actually. I think 1.2 is fair. Yeah, 1.2 is fair. But then I'll have to remove that material. Like the texture I added. Yeah, I have to remove the texture. And I'm trying to remember where the texture was added. Okay, this is the texture. So I would click on clear. Then there should be a way to make this let me see. Let me see. New shader material. Yes, I can select, yes, the transparency to be 1. Exactly. This is what I'm looking for. So the transparency will be like fully on 1. Then I would like, is it the player? You know what? It's better to put the player up. The player would now fall down. It's better. It's better like that. Let me increase this player like this. Gravity will make the player drop. So when we play, let me see. So when we play the scene, gravity will make the player just drop down.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. So gravity will just make the player drop. Mhm. I think that's even a smarter way to do it instead of me trying to position the player on the floor itself. I mean, there are better ways to position the player than that. You see, it's even taking time to render on this my laptop and all. The player is still dropping on the
Inside the floor.
yes.
Okay. Is on the floor now.
Can you see what's happening now?
It's still not properly
I'm
positioned.
very curious as to how it's happening. But I think I know what I can do.
Can you
It's
enter
just
those buildings?
I'm going to pass through those buildings. Yep. And the inside is actually nice. So they modeled the inside very well. And to share ego. I know what I can do though. But this one don't pass my power. This person has time. Oh, he modeled. Okay, yeah. I foresee. I thought you added steering inside also.
Medical or something.
Yeah. But this is still nice. Let me fix it. What I would let me see what a professional player what they would do. I mean a professional game maker then what they would do is each of these let me look for let me see if there is a way I can easily do that. I'm trying to see. Okay. Okay. This is one building. Okay, this is the car. Exactly. So I can easily add a collision object for these things here. Let me see.
Oh, makes sense now.
They need a collision shape. So I would easily do that. Let me do that I think I should be able to do it for all of them here. I should be able to do it for everything here. Let me see. Nope, I can't do it for them. I can only do it for these shapes. Why can't I do this normal selection here now? I have to be selecting one by one and stuff. Come on, I don't have the... Okay. I can batch select. Let me start from here. Okay, then go to the last place. Then I will generate a collision object for all of them at the same time. Yes, this is better. So it will generate a collision object for them. So create collision shape, then a tri-mesh. Yeah, I think it's a tri-mesh I want to create. Static body child. Yeah, should I create as child or discipline? Let me just create it as child. Yeah, let's see. Thank you. Now, hopefully, I find a way to remove all those lines. Like from the editor is what I'm saying. Okay, it's removed as this is nice. Exactly. If you notice around the thing, it's showing all this kind of. Let me just test my experiment if it worked. But I think it should work. I think it should work. Where's the player? It should move. Okay, the player is here. Why can't I zoom more than this though?
The floor is really detailed.
Yeah. People have time gone. You'll be amazed the kind of free resources you find online. They have guns that make sense in that website.
Oh.
All these ammo tank, all these jet fighters too, they have it there. Like plenty things. And most of them are free. It's just very few of them that are paid. Those ones that are asking me to pay for map generation. I will generate the map finish. It will not have all these details though.
You might not even be able to enter some places, gan.
Exactly. It's auto-generated, so it will be limited a lot.
Yeah.
This is why I've always wanted to like be familiar with someone that does 3D. They used to have all these assets free lying around, so they can just easily just give it to me and stuff. The one that I'm editing animation myself on Blender, they can easily just help me do it and stuff like
Oh.
that. Thing is
This thing's
actually cool.
taking time now.
No, the buildings are. Look at this now. It's not entering the building. Can you see? We can't collide. We can't enter that car again like that. Can you see?
Oh.
To all the
So,
buildings. So if you want to pass here now, look at it. I can't enter the building anyhow the way I was entering it before. So I don't even need that floor that I had it before. Even this stop sign, I can't collide with the stop sign. If you notice, I can't walk sideways like this because that place is high. So I have to jump.
okay.
But the jump is too much for that place. Look at this place now. The speed is too much, Abby.
It's
I think the
okay.
walking speed is too much. Look at this. I can't even
Yeah,
collide with
the
the stop.
walking speed is too much. I mentioned the other time now.
Okay, the walking speed, Abby. I can't climb stairs too. It's a that stairs thing is a normal game problem actually. Put it in a different with different patterns and all. But I like the fact that I'm able to do this now, Sha. Let me reduce the game speed to 3. Let's try 3. After I've done the next thing I would want to do now is just the mouse movement. So once I do the mouse movement, right, the remaining ones, if I still have time, I don't even know how long I scheduled for this, but this has been over 2 hours already.
2 hours.
Yeah. So hopefully I finish this up before 3 o'clock because I've not eaten breakfast. So
Oh, why?
I was just checking through my PC and I just, decided to do this morning. I wanted to
This 2:32
initially,
not morning again.
you said?
This 2:32.
Yeah. I should be done before 3, hopefully, Ava. I should be done before 3. You asking me to send my GitHub?
Did I? No,
Hmm.
that wasn't me.
So, the speed is fairly normalized. But those tri-mesh thing I generated, there should be a way to put smoothness limits to it that it doesn't over like those edges. It shouldn't make them too sharp, something like that. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, look at this.
The jumping height is too much too.
No, it's not too much. It's actually fair.
Look at this. Look at that building and the size of the guy.
It's not fair now. In fact, human being jumps higher than this gun. It can't even enter that all the way.
You see the height is I feel like I need to reduce the height.
Anything lower than this, then I don't know, man.
You see, it can't climb stairs.
Yeah.
It's a normal gaming problem. Usually, what people do is they create a slope, but like an invisible slope. The place I created that tri mesh to be exactly like the shape of those objects, they wouldn't do it that way. They will make it a slope. Same thing with the edge of that road. They will create it as a slope.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I can check out to do something like that instead. So, but let me do the mouse rotation thing. I think I even have it in this place. I think I did mouse rotation here. Yes, I did it here. I did it here. I don't need to. I don't need to duplicate it twice. I'll just do the one I have here. So Let me see. Yes. So what I want to do in the first place is I want to, where is it though? I want to
Capture.
first make the button not show, like when you enter the game. So this one should solve that anyways. Then the one for the mouse input should be here. No, this is not actually the one for the mouse inputs. No, this is not the one for the mouse inputs. Here is now the one for the mouse inputs. That is weird. I don't know where the one for the mouse input is, so I have to write it from scratch then, which I'm not a fan of. Oh, ChatGPT, let's see how well you behave here. Haha. This would be nice.
GPT.
But I've forgotten how to write the mouse movements. I thought I hit enter. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I need mouse sensitivity, rotation. Do I need rotation variable? Anyhow, sure. Yes. The problem for this thing is always too much. Okay, so if escape is pressed, okay, let me add this as well actually, but let me test the behavior of this. Because I want whenever I press escape, I want to release the mouse. Actually, I would use the physics process to do that. So whenever I press escape, what is this one saying? Okay, the indentation is not valid. ChatGPT Alakoba. Events not declared in this scope. Oh, yeah. I see. So it's actually supposed to be input.key press also. This ChatGPT is writing an old code.
Definitely. I didn't even
Dot.
expect it to get it as per Godot is new, I guess.
Yeah, it's key pressed. Key escape. Exactly. So if key escape is pressed, why is this one still highlighting it as an error? So this thing is making my stuff slow. This one has the mouse thing I was looking for. I think this one has the mouse thing.
I saw that already function.
Yeah, I think this one has the mouse thing I was looking for. Exactly, this one has it. So I'll copy the one here. But I hope this one does not. I'd rather copy the one here and fix the bug, to be honest. Because I know it wouldn't work automatically with what I have here. I'm sure.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
If it works once, fear it.
Yeah, I need to define the last looked direction, which is a variable in this place here. Yeah, we don't need to get gravity again. We have gravity already. Why did I get gravity over there again? So, anyways, okay. So last looked direction is here. Then what else? So this camera thing, this is where we will now do the whole paparazzi. for the camera, I don't know if you remember when I mentioned it, we need to have like a control. Instead of moving the camera around, we want to move the like object that the camera will be inside. So instead of rotating the camera, if we rotate the objects that the camera is inside, the camera will rotate itself. So instead of rotating the camera up and down, we can do that instead. So I'll create this camera, I'll call it visual. Then we need something else. Let me first do this one. So this is the inputs. Exactly. So this input will be for the mouse. Yep, to be for the mouse. So I have visuals dot rotation. So I need sensitivity declared. Where is sensitivity? Okay, so it's an editable variable that can be edited. Like it's a customizable variable, something like that. So if you do export var sensitivity, so if I come to my player instance in the main scene, let me collide these things. Again, collapse this map. So if I come to this place now, you see the sensitivity is editable in this place. That's the function of this export thing. It's just like what they have in Svelte, export props or whatever. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, since I can rotate visuals here, is the control. What is this control exactly? Let me see what the control object does. Okay. Boy, at this point, I'm not sure what I'm copying anymore. I feel like I should have written this thing myself. I think the control is the rig. The control would be the rig. Let me try this. The control would be the rig. Is Daniel still on the call?
Sure, I dey look your debugging. Say na debugging we call am.
No, this one is like the error has
Let
gone.
me-
It just doesn't clear up things. Let me clean this. It just doesn't clear it up sometimes.
I don't even know what to even suggest. Debugging, not debugging.
I need something like a spring arm. That spring arm is if the player, if she go like on close to a wall and if she turn his back against the wall, the camera would enter the wall. It will not be seen through the wall.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's rig. This rig now will be the one that will control that behavior. It will make it not excessive. Let's just see how this acts up, Sha. I have a copy pasted value here. So if it works,
there's a lot of things you have to think about.
you said?
There's a lot of things you have to think about.
Yeah. Let me see. I mean, I can explain this, but I actually want to just get it to work first. That arrow key should disappear now if everything works fine. The arrow key should disappear. Wait, is my video still working?
Definitely, I can see your fine face.
I didn't even imagine this iPhone's battery would last this long. It's nice. I wanted to initially do Golang code before, but I know you guys were there. Nah, what did they call am una be? Kò ní wà fún ọ̀sìn lójú. Okay. The camera does not have. Router is very cool. Yeah, they give you that property now. Look at in base null. Oh, okay. I think. Oops. Yep. That was rendered, but it's. I guess it crashed. Let me just close it, JJ. This one won't close up. It will close now. First quit Lama shape one. I don't know which one is my own main window like this. Let me just leave it. If I run the other one, it would override it. So there should be a kind of ready script. Let me see. Invalid access to property. Okay, in the process function, okay. Okay. Node not found. Okay, it's supposed to be visuals, not visual. Okay, that makes sense. Let me try this again. Hopefully this works. But given the fact that it's not crashing, it should work. Oh, Daniel joined back.
I'm back in the building, man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so Ebola Bashade. Oh.
It's actually rotating now, but it's too much. The rotation is, if you notice, it's going on the. Let me check, Sha. Yeah, so I can. The rotation is too much. I feel like I know what is happening though.
It's too much.
I know what is happening. The mouse is inverted. My escape key is not escaping. I want to quit, but I can't quit. The escape key is supposed to be. Yeah, I'm not sure I added it. Yeah, I didn't add it. This is where it's supposed to be. This is it. It's supposed to be somewhere here. So if UI cancel is clicked, that's escape. If UI cancel is escape. If it is clicked and the input mode is visible, just change it to hidden. But if it is visible, if it is not visible, just make it visible. This is more like a toggle of the mouse, of the cursor rather. So this one is fixed. Then the clamp, like if you notice the maximum direction for the mouse, let me look at it. The maximum direction for the mouse, the one that is supposed to be on the floor, is the one that is at the top. I don't know if you noticed it, Sha. But let me do, instead of negative here, wait, this clamp, this is, okay, I know what to do. 1, this thing. I just basically switched it out. This clamp says the minimum is 1, the maximum is 1, the minimum is 0.25.
0.25.
Yeah, minus 0.25 rather. So let me see if this would work. I think that's the value that is supposed to affect it. That clamp is a very useful function. They have it built in Godot.
For
You know what the clamp does?
in CSS, yes.
Oh, okay, they have it in CSS too. If a value, maybe you have a function that returns a random number, but you don't want that number to be exceeding a specific range, and you don't want it to go below a specific range. So if it goes below that range, it will use the minimum value. If it goes above that range, it will use the maximum value you provided.
Okay, yes, exactly what it does in CSS too. Exactly.
I'm very curious as to what is happening right now. Oh boy. I don't understand what is happening, bro.
This is not good.
I'll probably have to write it from scratch again myself. No.
This mouse thing is supposed, I don't even know. It will be, I don't even know what to say. Mouse does not exactly move like left, right, or rotates kind of thing. So you might not, I don't know how you are going to map it.
No, I usually use in games, people use the mouse to move as well.
Okay.
But to change the player's direction, basically. Look at this now. If I face this place, right? If I face this left side and I press front, the player should face that left side. But this one is not acting like that. That's how it's supposed to act. But this is not too. It's glitchy. That's the problem I have with it. And I can only go on the X and the Y axis. There is no. Okay. There is no maximum. There's no maximum for the Y axis. I'm not even sure why it's not setting the value for the Y axis like that. Let me see. This is too glitchy. I would have to edit this myself. You see the mouse thing showed now, the key mouse thing, it worked. So the mouse is visible, the mouse is hidden in this case. The mouse is too sensitive as well. Let me change.
Hi. Okay. You are the one. I shall looking.
Yeah, I think my router died. Yeah. That was weird though. You can hear me now, right?
Oh, I was muted.
Yeah, my router died for a while. That was
Are you
embarrassing.
charging now or you're using your phone?
I'm using the 4G router. For some reason, it started working again.
That MiFi.
Yeah, the MiFi. started working again for some weird reason. Okay, so let me check this. I think the problem might be coming from somewhere here. The left direction. Let me see. The left takes. I'm trying to remember the value it takes. So, okay, the weights. Let me see. Weights to perform weight should be between 0.0 and 1.0. Okay. Interesting. No, let me not change that now. Let me test this first. Mhm. Oh boy. Okay, that camera rig I had it. I don't know if you remember. That thing I told you that if it's close to a wall, I think that thing is misbehaving. Is the one misbehaving. Let me show you the rig thing I was talking about. Yeah. Video. It's here. I'm coming. Okay, you can take it here now.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
So if event is input event mouse motion, rotate dot y. Okay, you are using visuals. Okay.
I'm trying to not use that camera rig. It was the one causing that weird bug that we were seeing earlier. So let me just use the normal one. This thing is very slow. The what do they call it is working as I expect it to be working now. Let me see.
The graffiti thing.
Yes. Not the gravity thing per se, but the well, I just need to edit the
This
angle now.
is slow.
Yeah, no, it's the camera angle I need to edit now. Like the camera angle is what I need to edit. But there's some other weird bug in it as well. But it's not as worse as the other one. Yeah, look at where this camera is. The camera is
Oh,
usually, let me, this camera service to eyeball. Let me just, uh,
20%.
yeah, let me move the camera down.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I move this, let me move this, I'll rotate this a bit as well. Let me put it to -20. Okay, so let me view this. Yeah, so let's see. That clamping behavior, I'm not still satisfied with what is there. You're supposed to not let the mouse be rotated like below the ground and not let it rotate like Kuma Jeko
Upon
rotate loss like yeah, like too forward than the head. It should be there. The maximum should be here. The minimum for the floor, like I don't know if you get what I'm saying,
I
S
get what
for
I'm saying already. That the clap is
yeah,
not supposed to make it past those two thresholds that I said.
exactly. Okay, still loading. Oh boy. It's like it's doing the exact behavior. It's doing the opposite of what I expected it to do.
Then write the
No,
opposite code.
that's what do you think I was going to do before? It's the opposite I would do.
Just negate it.
Yeah. I mean, this is too. I mean, it's not as terrible as the other one I did, though. The
This is
sensitivity is
okay.
still. I think the sensitivity is okay, but the movement,
This
I just have to
working
rewrite the movement.
posture is funny. Ah, it can't pass all way. Okay, yeah, we saw that the other
Yeah,
time.
I have
Okay,
to
you have to jump.
jump, which is a very weird jump.
Have you reduced the height of the jump?
Nope, I've not released the height of the jump. But at least I can go from one street to another street now, kind of.
by by flying things. Nice. I want to buy
Now I'm
this kit.
understanding why people just used to disappear inside buildings in GTA. You know, it was until later they made people start opening doors.
Yeah, even Vice City, you could not swim in Vice City.
Yeah. There's some weird things that the developers just be like, nah, let's just make them just make them disappear. It's because it's a complexity in the game, Kenny.
Funny
That's
how,
why.
like those games have been very old, like 1990 something. So I believe those things they did were even revolutionary. I don't
It
know if you
was,
get
it
it.
was, it was.
Um, I've
In
not
fact, I
seen
would
GTA 5 though. Have you?
no, I haven't. I only see the gameplays online.
Same here. I'm anticipating 6 though. What was
What's this
happening?
invincible thing that this thing can will
This
not pass through?
console log.
There's just I should console log what?
I'm warning you.
Console log will not help you in this case, my bro. I think the problem is the look at direction of I think this Y direction should always be 0. I think that's the problem. It's just like this movement. You shouldn't be. Let me try what I'm trying to explain first, even if my theory is correct. This thing is so fast. Oh, I should go and learn Unreal Engine.
I trust you are not for real. Yeah.
Oh. And besides, there's usually nothing that extreme to learn in all these game engines, to be honest. Look at what
Physics.
is happening. Look at this. If I scroll too much, it switches to the front, it switches to the back. It's a bug, but it's
Okay.
looking like a cool feature. If I go too much
Yeah.
like this, it goes to the front.
This
If I go too
this
much like
actually
this, it goes.
okay. I don't think you
It
call this
says
a bug actually.
no, it's not an intended behavior. That's what I'm trying to call it. I'm calling it a
Okay.
bug. If I go like
Makes sense
this,
actually.
it shows the front. If I go too back, it shows
This makes sense. Makes sense.
boy. It's a nice feature. It's not a bug. It couldn't even look at that tri-mesh thing is so high. Look at what is happening. This thing in front here, this thing here, it couldn't even
Okay,
like
okay, okay,
jump
okay, okay,
over it.
okay.
It couldn't
That
walk
small
over it.
thing. Can you imagine?
Yeah, look at it. Look at it.
I
You'll not be
get you.
wondering why it cannot pass. Look at it.
Okay. The stuff is too
Ordinarily
slick
that's small
or
thing.
something.
Yes, it's too much. I'll go and reduce it. I'll see if there's a way I can reduce everything at once. It's too much. It's too much.
It can even see part. Okay, the camera.
Yeah, no. And that camera, I think it's too the movement is weird, to be honest.
I'm used to this weird movement already.
Let me see if I can jump on this car.
He stayed in front. Wow.
In a funny way, I
Cool.
jumped on it. I can jump on the car.
I would have loved us to have some like interaction, like when it's climbing, like when it wants to jump, it can crawl or something. I don't know if you
Okay,
get
like
me.
we can show that jumping animation. Yeah, I
Yeah,
could have added it, but it will take another time to do the animation props,
I
merge it
get
with
it.
Blender. And, okay, I even have it in this place, but let me see if I can quickly add it. I think I should be able to quickly add it though. I think the problem might be with this. The reason why that thing is going to what do they call it? I think it might be with this lep width. Let me see. Because usually the people that teach me that I learned this thing from, they don't use this value I'm using of 0.05. I don't think I've seen them use that value before. I don't know how I came about my own.
Wow. Godot. I thought it was a Golang game engine.
Yeah, initially I thought it was Golang.
Daniel, now. Stop now. Daniel, stop.
Oh, that's Dockers.
Mr. Amin. Hello.
Daniel, leave her alone, yo.
My phone.
I think I made it worse, kind of.
Look at it. Look at the YouTube stream.
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand why I left that thing at 0.05. But this clamp thing is supposed to be at this.
Wow.
Then let me try this at 0.05 and clamp the max at 1. I'm trying to make the floor, like you should be able to look down the feet, like something like this, not just like this. You should be able to look down to here, and you should be able to look at the top, something like this, not fully to that front. I mean, is that to explain things like this over like video and stuff?
Really hard. Struggling to even get the fraction.
Oh.
16%.
Yeah, but it would do what I intend to do finish. Yeah. It's not still. I'm confused as to why it's showing like it's flipping to the front. I'm trying to understand why it's flipping like that.
Maybe some default thing.
This lep that I put here, the lep width is the one that is too much. But I don't like the way the thing is just on. Let me do 0.025. I'd have to go and read their documentation again. Oh boy. Person messaged me for Twitter. They asked if I did do 2D animation.
Twitter message.
Yeah. Well, actually do 2D animation. If I can do, I think I tried to do 2D one time. Look at this again. I think the person that built this model, he used these lines. Those lines, the person used an object for it as well.
Okay, so that's why it's even like, what happened now?
Okay, it's not. Oh, is this PayPal?
Can you
Wait,
imagine?
I'm not able to even. Yeah, is this? Oh, it's not paper. It's like, I think it's paper. I don't know what it is.
You have to
Boy,
fly paper.
you can't even see forward. Nah, I'll fix this later. Or let me. No, I should be able to fix it now though. This 1.5 here. I can change this to 1.5. That was what was there before. Then the floor value, let me see 0.025, because I want to be able to look at the floor and the feet of the robot itself. I guess sometimes this is why they ask you to always build in public if you can, something like that. Like the person saw me doing, like when I posted the link to the stream and all, then he asked if I did 3D or something.
We have 3 viewers currently looking at our shenanigans.
You said?
We have 3 people currently viewing our shenanigans.
Well, one of them is me.
Oh,
This is weird. I can't still look. I'm curious as to where that max clamp is happening from. The clamp is supposed to be. This is the only place clamping is happening. Is there any other place clamping is happening? It's only one place clamping is happening.
in the mouse.
You know what? Let me remove the clamping and see what would happen. I don't even need to do this. I just need to. Let me see what will happen if I remove this clamping. This max rotation. X rotation is okay, divided by 1000. I think this is the factor of the rotation though. But the direction the thing is looking. Let me see, last looked direction equals to left direction. Although I can't normalize that value. global position. Can't normalize that value. Let me try this. Me too, I would like my video. Adjust it.
I have 5 accounts.
Look at the one without the clamping. This is what is happening.
Oh, that
So
stuff that you see.
clamping,
See,
yeah,
that crap is actually working.
that clamping is working, but is
Yes.
working too much. I don't even understand how to. It's funny how I preferred it unclamped, but I'll need to set a max for it still. The looking left and right needs to still be sharp. I'll fix that one, and maybe hopefully next weekend if I'm chanced again like this, or if I feel like I'm mostly chanced, to be honest.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was kind of. Well, I can look
Put
beneath
that
it.
clamping back. This is making me cringe.
Yeah, let me try to like clamp it properly if I can. I think the clamping, I can't clamp it dynamically. It would have to be static like this. Let me see. 2. Then instead of a negative here, I think it still actually have to be a negative. But let me see if I increase it would help. Like I increase the maximum value to 2, but the mouse sensitivity would be more than 2. I could just have printed it. Man, my laptop is slow. Even with the way I rebooted things, and this is the best way to know how fast your laptop is.
And they'll be saying M1 is fast.
No, it depends. I think it's what I'm doing that is like just showing me that the laptop is slow. That clamping value, it's like if let me try this value smaller. Let me do 0.5. Let me print the temp, or is it print or display the easier like this? I think it's prints. Temp. So I would rerun this. Someone is trying to join. YG. What's up, fam? Where is this window? The game that launched now. Okay, this should be it.
Hey, yo, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good now. What's up?
I'm good. What are you doing? I also your post on WhatsApp.
Is it?
I said I just saw your post on WhatsApp. You're creating again.
Yeah. But let me check the clamp again. Imagine the thing is negative. The highest value that is here is 0.7. So I'm confused as to what is happening though. The highest value is 0.9. Let me try to.
Lowest is 0.5.
This is too small. Like it's too the minimum. I'm very confused, to be honest. Is there a way to set like marks, like without setting? Oh boy. Okay. Let me try something weird.
10. Yeah, I'm not there.
Moise, what's up now?
I'm good, Jerry.
I thought you will be playing Call of Duty today. Like you're not streaming today.
Streaming. I'm just using that one for fun. I'm just using that one to catch fun. Since my December is just indoors, like I don't even go out at all these days. I'm just
Oh,
so I was just like, well, I'm just like enjoying myself.
Oh, you saw?
I've been out.
That was why I picked up streaming. But it's not for long. It's something that will definitely die up
Oh.
soon.
Hey, you can just stream once in a while still. It was actually nice the day I was watching though. It was nice.
The problem I have is my phone, everything is just not like working as perfectly as it should be. If I connect my phone to OBS, it's going to start using my internet, and my internet will drop. So I'll have like no ping. But then if I use Prism to stream, that one too has a lot of limitation. To be showing some, I won't be able to watch the stream myself. I don't know why. Anyway, sir.
You can try restream. But you only stream to Twitch. You only stream to Twitch directly, right?
Yes, just Twitch.
Well, you can try Restream. It's like one streaming platform I used to use it back then. It can let you stream to. The name of the platform is Restream. Like you can stream to Twitter, Telegram, YouTube, Twitch at the same time, depending on your plan. Sure, I think the maximum they will let you do at a time is 2 or 3. But you can comfortably switch to you can stream to what do they call it? This thing is not even acting as if. Oh wait. I think I'm getting what is happening. Okay, I know what to do. I will set the 2 at 5. I'll set this to -5. This is kind of a dumb idea, but I'll try it. I don't know why that clamping is acting like that though. It's like if it goes backward, it acts properly, like it follows that reign of 5 marks. But if it goes forward on the negative side, this should fix it. This should fix it. And if it doesn't fix it genuinely, this is like goodbye till next week. Yes, it did not fix it.
There's one game I saw.
What were you expecting?
You said?
There's one game I saw one guy developed on Twitter like some months ago. I don't know how I can get it. I really want to show you. So that game it looks very, very simple, but it looks very addictive. But the way he did it with the modeling thing that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Should have bookmarked it. I can't remember the name of the person. It's impossible to find out.
I suppose we jump this fence now. You know, if you jump fence, ordinary fence. You should have used his hand to grab it.
Bro, like that's what I'm saying about that card the other time. That it's like it is very easy for you to hold something then climb, bro. I don't know, man. So that has that thing.
That one was I initially climbed the boots. Where's the car again, Seth? I initially just climbed the boots and I just upped on the top like that. It's because that jump velocity is too high. That was even why I was able to climb it. I'm definitely sure I can't climb it from the back like this, but I should be able to climb this car easily though. Yeah,
Sure.
like I can climb this one easily. The movement is weird. I don't even know what to call this. This one says pass so many direction. This is weird. Like, usually when you press front, the character is supposed to face front immediately. But look at this. Like, what is this? What is Nah. I have to collect the best award for worst game of the year. Like,
Thank God we
television
have
award. But no. The guy
That's
is too big. The guy is even too big. Look at the comparison of this character to the car now.
It's not actually bad. Am I not taller than most sedan vehicles?
I know. But your head should be at the bonnet level. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me show you this one now. I'll be at the roof level. Look at this one. The head is too big. The body is too big. It wouldn't even properly fit inside this car if it was to enter.
That's one actually. The body, yes.
Let me attempt that clamp thing again.
How do you even noticing that your battery is low? Are you going to plug it in?
Oh no, I don't have light again. Don't worry. This will probably die, but it would. Even my iPhone 7 is on 10%, but I will be able to charge now and share. I want to reduce the size of this character. Go to 3D. I think it was on, okay, let me do 0.35. God, this thing, I think it's because of the building I added, like it's finding it harder to render. Imagine I had a bigger map, it would be a disaster. If the map was bigger, it would be a disaster. I can even remove that box, like, well, I'll remove it later, Sha. That box on the floor, I can remove it now. But let this load finish. Don't worry. No, don't worry. I'm coming. This thing renders fast, like so fast. Can you imagine? It's done now. Slow as fuck. I can actually try other maps. They will have bigger maps actually, I'm sure.
Your PC is really good for game development. I think this is the PC you should recommend for game developers.
Yeah, whining me, ba?
No, you were whining us to now.
Yeah, I think the height, let me compare it to that sky again. Did the height even reduce at all? Okay, reduced now. Yeah, reduced. Okay, now the guy looks like a kid.
He's down too slow.
Yeah, it looks like a kid. Looks like a kid. I'll close this chapter today. We'll move again.
So it was nice building with you.
Yeah, it was nice building crap for me. Thank you. Thank you for joining the crap session.
You got a perfect game working.
Yeah. Perfect. It was actually perfect, wasn't it? It was
the
perfect.
camera, everything.
Now, you said?
I said it's coming. But I know what to hear.
But we really liked the game. The game was cool, right?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm sure you liked it so much. In fact, you want to stream
the game
it.
was addictive. It was as addictive as the one you saw on Twitter. Who wouldn't like to move around wackily like that?
Honestly, if I want to design a game, I think I'll work more on how to make it addictive than how people should say it, honestly. Because there was one stupid ad that I keep seeing on Instagram. It's just one big gorilla that is flying. The way the guy even introduced the game, it's like, you know, all these brain rot videos that you see on Reels. How was that going to introduce the game? But then imagine seeing that a brain rot game display. So the guys not telling people to go and download it on Play Store. So it's kind of crazy. But if you see how many people are downloading this game on a daily basis,
Imagine. Wow.
crazy. But this software that you're using to build the game, does it do like 2D also?
Does it?
Does it do 2D?
2D, yes, it does 2D as well. It does 2D and 3D. The name is Godot if you want to install it. And it's very light. That's what I like about it, Sha. If I was running Unreal Engine with this setup, I'll probably not be liking it.
What do you mean? It will run faster.
It might actually run faster, actually. It might. But it can't be too sure. I think I will give up on building a game engine as of now. So, yeah.
Are you serious? Game what?
Funny story. I started a kind of boilerplate code base for it around last week, but I got busy and I just left it alone because I was having issues even with the basic setup in Golang. I just left it.
With Golang, I mean, Motimo. Golang. You want to strike this Golang?
Yeah, I think maybe if I want to properly try it next time, I can try it with Rust. Rust might have better computing power than Golang.
Or C#, something like that.
Yeah, well, maybe C#, sure. Maybe C#. All right, now. I'll see you guys later.
Later, boss.
Yeah. Moise, later now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Log down.
Make I go shop now.